Have you ever had to perform magic with your family's budget? I'm not talking about the usual skip the Starbucks kind of advice. I mean real down in the trenches David Copperfield level magic. The kind where you have to turn the last 20 bucks in your wallet into a week's worth of groceries, a jumbo pack of diapers that won't give your baby a rash, and still manage to smile convincingly when a coworker asks, "How was your weekend?" That's my life. I'm an unwilling financial sorceress, a master of the budget-stretching arts. Just last week, I celebrated like I'd won the lottery because I found a 15% off coupon code for my son's preferred brand of formula, saving us almost $10. That $10 bill was ceremoniously tucked into our emergency fund, which is, in reality, a crumpled old envelope hidden behind a stack of towels in the linen closet, the one place I believe is truly safe. These are my small victories, my everyday magic tricks. I'm not the type to fly off the handle. I'm a planner. I'm the woman with a color-coded Excel spreadsheet that I jokingly call my symphony of formulas. Green for income, yellow for fixed expenses like the mortgage and utilities, orange for flexible spending like groceries, and a glaring blood red for the danger zone, when our account balance dips too low. I am the wife, the mother, the unpaid CFO of our household, the person everyone assumes has everything under control. Until last night. The baby was sound asleep. The house was quiet except for the low hum of the refrigerator. I opened my laptop, navigating to our online banking portal to do my nightly ritual. A final check of the balance before I placed our monthly order for diapers and formula. It's a habit, a small ceremony to reassure myself that we're still on track. And that's when I saw it. A single cold, emotionless line of text on the screen. Wire transfer. $5,000.00 to account. My mother-in-law's name. My heart didn't just skip a beat. It slammed to a complete stop, then began hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. $5,000. Not a system error. Not a mistaken identity. Not a single rational explanation my frantic brain could conjure. It was just a brutal, simple fact. $5,000, the equivalent of the emergency fund I had painstakingly scraped together over the past 2 years, was gone. Wired directly into my mother-in-law's bank account. I rubbed my eyes. I hit the refresh button. Once. Twice. A third time. The transaction stared back at me, mocking my naivety. I shot up from my chair, the wheels squeaking in protest. I walked out to the living room on legs that felt like they were made of cotton. My husband, Mark, was lounging in his favorite armchair, eyes glued to a football game on TV, a beer sweating onto the coaster beside him. He was completely oblivious to my presence, to the emotional hurricane forming directly behind him. His peaceful ignorance was a slap in the face. "Mark." My voice came out as a dry, shaky whisper. "Did you send your mom $5,000? He glanced at me, blinked, and then turned back to the game. "Yeah," he said, his tone as casual as if I'd asked if he wanted popcorn. "Mom mentioned wanting to redo her kitchen but was hesitating on the cost. So I figured I'd help her out a bit." Help her out a bit? The phrase drilled into my ears like a power tool. A bit? With the equivalent of 6 months of our son's daycare fees? With an entire year's worth of diapers and formula? While I, his wife, was agonizing over whether to buy the 35-cent diapers at the store down the street or drive an extra 15 minutes to save 7 cents per diaper at Costco. While I was still wearing stretched-out, sad-looking nursing bras because I kept telling myself, "I'll wait a few more months, I can buy new ones after I'm done breastfeeding." And you didn't think you should, I don't know, discuss it with me first? I struggled to keep my voice from cracking. This time he shrugged, a flicker of annoyance crossing his face. "It's just money, Sarah. Why are you so stressed out? Mom has helped us out so many times, remember? When we first got married, when the baby was born. It's about showing a little gratitude." I laughed. It wasn't a happy sound. It was a sharp, bitter noise that clawed its way out of my tight chest. Gratitude? You want to talk about gratitude? What about all the nights I stay up with our son so you can get a full night's sleep before work? What about the meals I plan meticulously to save every last dollar? What about this spreadsheet I stare at every single night? Is all of that, to you, just money? His face darkened. "You're being selfish. It's always about money with you, it's exhausting. I work hard all day, don't I get a say in how we spend it?" This is my mother, the woman who raised me, not some stranger. He called me selfish. He called my careful financial stewardship an obsession. I stood there looking at the man I married, and for the first time in our life together, I felt like I was looking at a complete stranger. I turned, walked back to our bedroom, and slammed the door. I slid down to the floor, my back pressed against the cool wood. I thought about every single tiny sacrifice I'd made. A memory surfaced, unbidden. About 6 months ago, we were walking through the mall. I'd stopped in front of a boutique window, admiring a beautiful mint green dress. Mark had even put his arm around me and said, "That would look amazing on you. You should get it." I remember smiling, shaking my head, and pulling him away. "No, it's too much," I'd said. "We can use that money for a better breast pump." At that moment, I'd felt so virtuous, like a responsible wife and mother making a smart choice for her family. Now, sitting on the cold floor, that memory felt like a betrayal. The dress was $150. I had denied myself that small joy. But my husband, my partner, had not hesitated for a second to spend $5,000, more than 30 times that amount, on a new kitchen for his mother. The disparity wasn't between me and my mother-in-law. It was between me and my husband. We weren't a team. In his eyes, at least, I wasn't an equal partner. I was the accountant. He was the CEO, the one with the final say. The next morning, I woke up with swollen eyes and a hollow feeling in my stomach. I went about my routine on autopilot, warming a bottle for the baby, trying to act normal because he's so sensitive to my moods. My phone buzzed on the counter. A text from my mother-in-law. My heart seized. I had foolishly, desperately hoped that maybe there was some misunderstanding. I opened the message. Asterisk, "Thank you both so much for the wonderful surprise gift. I'm so thrilled. Having such a thoughtful daughter-in-law is a true blessing." Red heart asterisk. The red heart emoji felt like acid on my screen. Thoughtful daughter-in-law. A surprise gift? My husband hadn't just taken our money. He had taken my agency, my voice, and used it to paint himself as the hero, the dutiful son, the generous husband. He'd cast me in the role of the smiling, agreeable wife, forcing me to accept thanks for a gift I never gave. He had stolen my goddamn voice. I set the phone down on the counter with a sharp clatter. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold the baby's bottle steady. I had to take a deep breath, look at my son's innocent face waiting for his breakfast, and swallow the bitter lump in my throat. That evening, after the baby was asleep, I decided to try one more time. This time I would be calm. I would be rational. I went into the bedroom where he was scrolling on his phone. "Mark," I began, my voice as steady as I could make it. "I'm not angry that you want to help your mom. I'm hurt that we didn't make this decision together. We're a team. A partnership. A financial decision this big affects our son's future. It needs to be a we decision, not a me decision." He didn't look at me. His eyes remained fixed on the glowing screen. He said nothing. I waited. 10 seconds. 30. A full minute ticked by in heavy, suffocating silence. And then he did something that was worse than any angry word he could have hurled at me. He casually set his phone down, rolled over so his back was facing me, and pulled the comforter up over his head. A simple action. A wall erected. A nonverbal declaration that this conversation was over. That my feelings, my hurt, my perspective were not worthy of his attention. That night, I lay on my side of the bed, feeling more alone than I ever had in my life, separated by an impossible chasm that was far wider than the few inches between us. I went to work today in a daze. A kind coworker put her hand on my arm and asked, "Are you okay, Sarah? You look exhausted." I just nodded, a lump forming in my throat. During my lunch break, instead of eating, I sat at my desk and opened my Excel spreadsheet. My beautiful, orderly symphony of formulas now looked like a chaotic mess. I tried to rework the numbers, to cut here and there, to make it work. But I realized the problem wasn't the numbers anymore. The problem was that you can't plan for the future when there's a rogue variable you can't control. A partner who might detonate a $5,000 financial bomb at any moment for a new marble backsplash. The sense of control I was once so proud of had evaporated. It was never real. It was an illusion I'd created to feel safe. I don't know what happens next. I don't know where our marriage goes from here. But I know this for certain. I am not selfish for demanding respect. I am not being dramatic for wanting to be included in decisions that directly impact my child's future. And I am not wrong for demanding fairness in a partnership to which I have given every penny of my effort and every ounce of my being. So, Reddit, I'm asking you, AITA, for losing my mind and feeling like my marriage is on the brink, all because my husband gifted his mom $5,000 without telling me, while I'm literally counting pennies to afford diapers? I don't think I am. Before I started writing this, I did something. I opened my banking app. This time, I didn't go to our joint account. I tapped the button that said, Open a new savings account. An account in my name and my name only. The moment the process was complete, the balance read $0. It may be empty, but it's mine. It's a start. It's the first brick in rebuilding my own sense of security and fairness, right here in my own home.